So it's currently 4 a.m., 4 or 5, and I didn't find any better time to record this video, so I guess it has to be at 4 a.m. Hello everyone, my name is Alfredo. I'm the founder and CEO at Robotics, and this is my channel. This video is mainly to introduce you to my channel, and not just my channel, but also the startup that I've been working on. I definitely want to separate those two. I don't want this to be my company's channel, and at the same time, I think that I don't want to produce content just for my company. I think that it would be interesting to also create content for myself. A little bit about me. My name is Alfredo. Once again, I'm from Porto to be more precise, and I like technology, whether it's programming, whether it's like robotics, everything related to software, physics. I mean, everything that is nerdy and technology, I simply love it. Currently, I'm studying computer science. I'm actually in my last year, in the second semester of my last year, my third year, and I can say I've enjoyed college, but it's definitely been a good experience so far. I've been programming and dabbling with software since I'm around 13, 14, and I actually got my first job at 16. Before that, I've been doing some things on the side, kind of laying the ground for my first startup that I started at 18 with two colleagues, and at 16, I actually got my first paying job. This is actually kind of weird. I'm always looking there because I'm over there. Let me just. Nah, it's good. But yeah, like I said, at 18, I actually started my first company, my first startup, and it's a software startup. We still have it today. It's called Avoc. You have the logo here in the website as well. And I actually started with two colleagues, Vasco and Rodrigo. And you'll see more of them later on. At least I hope so. That startup wasn't a great success. I can say that I became a millionaire. But it's definitely, it was definitely a great experience to learn. Uh, I think that building this first company, starting the first products, dealing with clients, dealing with negotiations, it was really a good start. And after that, after around 2 years, 3 years actually, we decided to start a second company called Titan Robotics. And basically, you'll hear a lot about Titan Robotics in this channel because it's a company that I'm most active in, although I still work for AVOC. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm recording at 4 a.m. Because I don't actually have time during the day to record videos because I'm working at AVOC or for AVOC at least. But now, you're here for one reason only. You don't want to listen to me talking about myself. You actually want to listen to me talking about my startup, Titan Robotics. Titan Robotics is a startup that creates robots to help people in their personal, professional, and educational lives. And basically, we want to act in all areas of our lives and make them easier. Everything in our lives can be automated with robots. And usually, we automate it with specific robots that have specific designs. For instance, we started automating house cleaning with the Roombas and the Xiaomi vacuums and stuff like that, the smart vacuum cleaners. We also automated factory works with, those moving pads. I don't actually know the name of the robot, but they used it in Amazon factories. You're probably watching footage over here somewhere. And we want to be part of that change, creating a world where robots actually help humans. I actually started this company with my friends, Rodrigo and Vasco, like I said before. And the company is around a year now. It's around 1 year old now. And I've been working on it on and off for the past 5 months, 6 months, which sounds like a lot, but we actually have a lot covered. Our first product is actually called Falcon, and we're trying to make a private security drone, meaning that we're creating a drone that takes care of the security of a company and basically alerts the security team, the CEO, or anyone, even the authorities, if there's anyone in the area predefined by the user. This happens because the drone has a camera and it takes off at, for instance, 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., makes a round, a checkup round, as we call it, in the area of the company, and if it detects someone, then it will trigger an SMS alert or a phone call to, once again, the authorities, the CEO, etc. Our goal is to 3D print this drone. We believe that we can 3D print a robust drone that can do all the chores that we want. And I actually bought a 3D printer around 2 months ago. Obviously, this 3D printer is really simple. It's actually a Iligo Neptune 2, and I've been testing out with PLA. Obviously, for those nerds of 3D printers, PLA is not good, at least for this kind of work where we're going to deal with uh, winds and rain and potentially cold temperatures. But I've been playing with the design, and this is the design for the drone. This model itself isn't really good. The 3D printer messed up. I was still learning, in my defense. But this is supposed to be the 3D drone. Obviously, the drone will be much bigger. I like to use my forearm as reference, which is going to be around 30 centimeters. It's not going to be my whole forearm, obviously, but around 30 centimeters. And it's going to have a little camera over here, as you can see. Now, obviously, to power everything, we have to have a robust ecosystem behind it, robust software. We're building our software with Rust. It's a programming language that we like, specifically me and Rodrigo. I've been working on the software mostly, I would say 99% of the time. And I've been enjoying a lot of Rust. We decided to go with Rust because, well, we had a lot of options. We had C, we had Go, and we had Rust. C/C++ was actually really complex to deal when it comes to pointers and the memory safety of the language. At least for us that we don't have a lot of experience in C or C++. Rodrigo does. I don't have that much experience. It would be hard to create a program that is free of memory leaks. Also had Go. Go was a great choice. It was really low power. It's a low power language, and it was really fast. But the thing is, with Go, we didn't have as much control over the hardware as we want. The soft spot, or the common ground per se, was Rust. Rust is both really fast and it has access to the hardware directly. We can play with hardware as we want and work with, schedulers, work with the creating processes and threads and critical system parts. And it also doesn't waste a lot of battery, which is really important on a drone. Rust was also really important for tiny little things. For instance, we're using a Raspberry Pi for our prototype, a Raspberry Pi 0W for our prototype. I don't actually have a prototype assembled right now, otherwise I would show you. But we're using a Raspberry Pi, and we actually want to check the battery of our drone constantly, to see if the drone is going to run out of power or not. And there's no crate, which is a package for Rust, to deal with this sort of issue. So we decided to create a little C script to actually access the battery of our Raspberry Pi. So it's way easier to do things like this, and Go wouldn't allow us to do this as easily. Apart from the software, we also have a really robust backend that takes care of handling all the requests in our ecosystem. We have a thing that we like to call the Titanium dashboard. And the Titanium dashboard is basically a dashboard where you can control all of the products that you own related to our ecosystem. For instance, now you're managing a drone, which is our only product. But in the future, we might have security cameras, we might have smart security dogs, we might have all these sort of products that help you not just in security, but also in factory work. For instance, you can have the drone taking care of the security of your company, as well as have a smart ticketing system where employees come and go, and then you can have like this automated gate where machines unload your cargo, and we can automate all of this in our dashboard. At least that's the plan for the future. We're really excited to work on all of this, and we also have had other achievements. For instance, we were accepted at Web Summit. We actually didn't end up going, but we were accepted. We had talks with a lot of investors, and those investors were awesome, and they gave us really important feedback. And they said, well, we might invest once you have a prototype. That's why we're pushing so hard to have a prototype. But being honest, creating a prototype is hard. And I think that it all comes down to this. I'm actually creating this vlog, this sort of journey where I can track all of our progress and see the things we've done so far. And I think that it's going to be really helpful, not just for me, but for you as well. I mean, we can share experiences. You can see in one of my videos something that I did and say, well, I can do this in business. Or you can even be inspired to start your own company, your own startup. That would be awesome. To end this video, I think that I only have to say that I hope that you stick with the journey. Obviously, the first video isn't good enough. The second one is probably going to be really boring. The third one, probably a lot of people aren't going to watch it. But I think that the journey matters. And you're going to see amazing things you probably identify with, things you can cooperate with, and things we can connect with. Together we can do this. I mean, you're probably alone in your journey. Probably you have no one. You have no confounder. You have no friends to support you. Have no family to support you. But I just want you to know that I'm here to support you. We're on this together. We're looking not just for success, but to create an impact. And I think that's magical. I think that's truly beautiful, and it's what makes us humans. So yeah, I hope you stick around. Comment if you have any ideas. Our social media for Titanium Robotics are down here, our website as well. And yeah, let's keep in touch, I think. See you in the next video.